What is up, my phoners, and welcome back to Thomas Was Alone. And I guess we'll just resume the story, I guess. Yeah, because that's what we did last time, so let's continue the story. The initial group possessed simple variations in size and oh, that's right, we have John, Thomas, and someone else.
So, this was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually.
Oh no.
She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order.
No.
The crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed. Wait. What? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realized she had superpowers.
Awesome. Okay, that's where John goes.
She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion. If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And, you know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
Awesome. Teamwork. Nothing.
All right. Fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you. Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
Myself. Tap, tap. Oh, okay. Come on, tap the little orange guy. Why isn't it working? This is cool.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive. Began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
That's right. Many restarts as it takes, I'm saving you, little dude. I'm saving him.
Wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or was she more the lone Avenger type?
Hidden depths.
She'd like that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
Woohoo! We got this, biz. Get him. Alright, we got this. Claire, get over here. Hashtag British accent. Oh, not jumping because of orange, dude.
Told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
No, we can't get on top of Claire. Alright, so Claire. It's Claire. Over here. Claire, you go first. Sploosh. Move, man. Get out the way. Da-dunk. Da-dunk. Da-dunk.
Probably needed a nemesis. A villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear. Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
I had to move him for the chair. Alright, there we go. Oh, hey, Chris. Get over here. The fiendish Chris. And you're safe, buddy. Right? You're safe. Okay, Chris. You got that? Now, who's next? No! Hey, my fault. Almost fell back to my chair. And I always hate that bitch, but I get with the rest. Yes, the best. I wonder what other characters I'm going to unlock in this awesome story of Thomas. Thomas and the Cubic Adventures. Strange how this is all about him, and then they tell the stories of the others. And that's what you do, right? New characters? Sploosh. Whoa!
Where had Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall? Claire was honest. And she had to be because she was a superhero. This was a troubling turn of events. There were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
Oogly woogly spanky. Make spookly oogly spanky. Just get off for a minute. I knew that would happen. you go, Chris. It's always been John and Thomas. They're like best friends. Looking at each other.
Moving platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse. They were doing really well. Claire hoped she could get them all across. John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to. Claire was alone, which was odd, because she wasn't meant to be alone. She needed to be where there were rectangles to save. Being the only superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object. Spikes? That was new. Claire avoided them. She decided they were most likely her kryptonite. Not the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff. Wow. Deja vu. The world was repeating. And this time Thomas was here. Claire felt something had gone wrong. There was a disturbance in the force. Something had altered the matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its forces. It was plotting against them. Claire finally had a nemesis.
Drunk, clunk, kerchink. Achievement. I'm rubber, you're glue. New character? What? Oh, I see how this is playing out.
Laura was pleased this one was behind a wall. Maybe he'd never know what she could do. Maybe they could just have a conversation. Hang out. As long as he didn't find out what she could do, which would never happen so long as they stayed separate. Laura didn't have time to worry about the ominous pixel cloud. It had been following her for some time. It had kept itself to itself until now. More important was the little orange thing, which was looking at her in a way that she kind of, well, liked.
Oh. Sorry about it. Look, she kind of liked it, huh?
As the square, who had shyly introduced himself as Chris, bounced atop Laura, she began to worry that he was just using her like all the others had. They'd all bounced too, and then they disappeared when her back was turned.
Laura knew. Come on then, Laura. Come on then. I'm just a Norwegian.
Only the ominous pixel
Norwegian pixel.
A little bigger and a little less hungry with every disappearing.
Run, jump, portal eyes. 3, 4, 4.
With every bounce, Laura found herself
see how this turns out.
irritated by Chris. She started to miss him when he wasn't there, on another platform or something. She'd wonder what he was up to. Was he missing her? He wasn't saying very much. Chris was in love. She was perfect. He had to tell her so. At some point, he would definitely tell her. Probably best to wait for a moment the large, ominous pixel cloud wasn't about, though. Yeah, probably best to wait.
Oh no. Ask her out and
Chris was massively disappointed to run into the gang again. He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend.
They are going out. Get off of me.
Was it too early to refer to Laura as his girlfriend?
Yes.
Only if I say it out loud, he told himself. He didn't want to scare her off.
It kind of was too soon, Babushki. Delunk. Alright, so I'm gonna have to leave this episode here. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and or subscribe to my channel, Mr. Sangus Pants, but you already know that because you're watching this. And thank you so much for watching. And I guess I will see you guys in the next episode. See ya!